name is Gabriela Nalani. I'm the event organizer at Green Brother. And today it's going to be the last info sharing about our Ticer program. Therefore, if someone doesn't know what is Ticer, we would like to show a intro video, what is Ticer. And after that, I would like to give the speech to Paula Fischer, who is going to present the 3 challenges that we would like to find some solution for. So please let me show you this video.
Citizens in a crowded city face countless challenges during their daily commutes. Mobility startups and innovators are full of incredible ideas and solutions. However, they face a daunting challenge: aligning their innovative ideas with city management. Don't worry, Ticer is here to help.
Thank you very much. And before I'm going to give the floor to Paula, I would like to tell you that if you have any questions, please write it in the chat section, sorry, and we are going to answer it. Thank you. And now I would like to give the floor to Paula.
So thank you. Hi, everyone. Thanks for coming today. My name is Paula Fischer. I'm a researcher at Frontiera Design Kft. We work closely together with Ticer in this redesigning the urbanistic project. And I would like to quickly present some research that we did. And based on this research, we came up with 3 different interesting challenges to improve the situation of the transportation in Szombathely that can be applied to other cities as well. So our focus of the research was to understand the current situation of transportation at the city, the main issues, the pain points, obstacles, and also some ideas and possible solutions. So what we did, just briefly, we talked to people who are closely involved regarding the transportation in Szombathely. So some experts working in the Institute of Transportation, some owners from the bus company, and some members of the municipality. And also we talked to citizens of Szombathely about their needs and pains and ideas. So you can skip to the next slide. Thank you. So what we found is that the main issues are the traffic jam in the afternoons of the city of Szombathely, which can result into poor air quality, and also the poor road conditions in the city, and some of the obstacles which are more specific to the city itself. So there's a railway station and the Gyöngyös stream that goes around the city. And due to these obstacles, some citizens need to take some extra routes instead of crossing easily from point A to point Z, which can lead to again higher traffic congestions. So if we go to the next slide, we can talk about the solutions that we gathered together in our research. One of them is better transportation by bus. So more bus lanes are needed. Currently, there is no bus lane for buses during the city. So technically, buses go as fast as cars in the traffic jam. Better integration of alternative transportation to local transportation. So one idea is, for instance, to the ability to transport bikes or scooters, roller scooters with the bus. So you can use both of the method of transportation instead of going by car. And also nighttime buses. This is also an issue that motivates people to use cars instead of transportation because they lack of nighttime scheduled buses if they are out for entertainment or anything else in late evening. The second solution would be safe alternative transportation. So this solution focuses on more the alternative transportation itself by providing better bike lanes. As mentioned before, one of the issues is that the road conditions are very old and are quite bad in Szombathely, and it needs to be improved. Responsible use of electric bikes and scooters. For instance, we talked to the owner of or the founder of Lime company and said that it's a big issue that people and citizens are usually lack of the knowledge of how to safely drive these equipments. And also, as in the previous mentioned side, the better integration of the alternative transportation to local transportation. Okay, the third solution would be educating people. So one of the main concerns of the key members who we talked to was that usually the traffic morals of people is just generally bad. They are too comfortable and they can allow themselves to drive by cars, and they find public transportation and alternative method of transportation as a negative way to commute because it's slower, it's more complicated. So this needs to be changed. And another important aspect is to collaborate among the relevant, the collaboration among the relevant organizations. So communication and coordination of ideas and solutions are needed because at the current stage is completely lacking. Okay. And also another solution would be improving the current services. So some citizens reported that they don't like to use buses because they travel with their children to the schools and they don't find it safe enough to send their kids to school by bus. So this could be, for instance, improved by coming up with shuttle service in residential areas. Also, the better utilization of transportation spaces and to provide a travel matrix for a better understanding what goes where for how long and what time and so on and so forth. Okay, so once we gathered all the insights from our research, we ran an ideation workshop with the municipality members and with the people, with the stakeholders who work in transportation in the city of Szombathely, and their task was to identify theory aspects. They need to identify and categorize some of the insights from the research and set up a framework based on the need, a challenge, and a possible solution, which will be the aim of improving the city's infrastructure and transportation in general. So first we talked about the needs and the challenges and then what would be the ideal. So based on that, their task was to create 3 different challenges targeting 3 different ideas or areas. The first challenge, this is the longest one, the 2 others are slightly shorter. So the current situation in Szombathely, as mentioned before, is that not enough citizens choose this sustainable transport for commuting to work or school. But the use of car is extremely high. Everyone owns a car, and even the young generation obtains a car quite early after they get their driving license, and the perception of green as alternative transport is negative in a way that it's perceived to be expensive, complicated, and very different from what locals are used to do. Again, the bikes and kids is an issue, so transporting children is easier by cars. And so as heavy packages or groceries to work or work equipment to work is problematic. And it's also very comfortable to use a car, and it's also a very popular thing among the young generation. So this is what they do during the evenings, that they go hang out and drive around their cars. And the first choice of green transportation is only 34%. So It's only the third part of the interviewed people who are considering to use a sustainable transport. Okay, so based on these insights, the current situation, the challenge would be how can we foster a culture of sustainable mobility in Szombathely so people become more inclined to embrace an eco-friendly transportation options such as buses, bikes, scooters, or walking instead of using a car. So this would lead to a city where the bike usage is conscious. This would lead to a better air quality, reduced traffic congestion, and sporty, healthy urban residents. Okay, thank you. The next challenge is the demand-driven mobility design. Technically, here the issue was that the gap between the expectation and satisfaction are not met. All of the citizens, or most of the citizens, consider transportation is a very important factor, but they are not satisfied completely how it works in the city. Why? Because there are a lot of the diverse needs, and they think that usually the public transport takes simply longer than a car transport. Because they need to wait longer. The different public transports are not synchronized, so they need to wait for the bus for 10 or 15 minutes to get into a different public transports. And by car, this is not the case, so they tend to use the car. So here the idea would be that mobile data is the escape route, and given the high level of mobile phone penetration, there is a scope for mobile-based data collection to monitor the user needs, which leads to our second challenge. On the next slide, this would be how can we channel the needs of citizens and urban stakeholders into the mobility-related decision-making process of the city. So here, the outcome would be a demand-driven transportation organization, which would satisfy niche needs, school buses, bus access to shopping centers, connecting P+R parking spaces and working places, increasing trust in alternative modes of transportation, and reducing the waiting and travel times for people, thus decreasing traffic congestion in general. Okay, and the third part is the data-driven synergies for mobility. This is again very similar actually to the previous situation. The current situation is that the city is characterized by morning and evening traffic jams and specific traffic problems with no meaningful solutions. There are a lot of cars, and the number of cars are increasing daily. It has increased 30% in the last decade, while the city has become an increasingly important economic center, so more people are coming with more cars. The current situation lacks coordination, and there are only a few traffic monitoring sensors, very little explicit data, and no experts in data processing on how to improve these modes of transportation. Need for a multiplier. Here we are looking for synergies that can create a multiplier effect to improve this traffic situation. So here the challenge is, as a municipality, how can we use existing and yet unknown data to directly and indirectly encourage the public and economic sectors to improve traffic flow? This would again lead to a decreased traffic jams, improved perception of transportation situation, a feeling of well-being, and an urban structure transforming into the medium and long-term goals. Okay, so this is the summary of the challenges and the research, what we did so far, and now it's time for questions.
Oh, we have a question. All these challenges are for the city of Szombathely, only for the pilot at least?
So we were trying to phrase the challenges that it's for a pilot as Szombathely. Szombathely is the pilot city. Yes, that's true. What we are trying to come up with challenges that can be applied later on to different cities. So all the encouragement of green transportation and the correct or the efficient use of data, I think can be applied to multiple cities around Europe or the world by, of course, iterating the needs and problems and issues.
Okay, thank you. I have seen that Laszlo or Nodi have a question. Thank you.
Yes, my question is there any connection with the ELTE University in Szombathely, because there are some projects in Budapest with BKK that data was common. There was a work with data what was provided by the BKK, which is very important regarding the rush hours, peak times, whatever.
I agree, and I think so initially the project was supposed to be started with the BKK, but then the BKK organization backed out, and that's why Szombathely came in, and there is no connection with ELTE yet, but I hope that could change in the future, because I also find it's useful, and the more data and the more ideas we can share, the better is. But
yeah,
currently
sure.
there is no.
And there is an information department at
Yes.
Szombathely University,
Yes.
provided by ELTE.
Yeah, they were not involved in the research phase.
Super.
We only talked to the Közlekedés Tudományi Intézet, the Scientific Institute for Transportation.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks.
If I can add only just a short thought and idea in connection with working together with the ELTE. In this project, we are not working together with them yet on this specific issue, but we are having a very close and very great relationship with the local university center called the SHEC of the ELTE. So if it is needed or advised, we can contact them immediately. For example, I've just talked to them today in connection with another European Union project, so it would be easy to contact them, get in touch with them, and getting them involved in this project as well. Thank you.
Thanks for the clarification.
If you need any assistance, then you can reach me. I write my address or phone number, and I can connect you if you think.
Okay, thank you so much. We have a request actually that Paula, can you share this presentation? This whole info sharing event is going to be published on our YouTube channel, so you can also rewatch it as well. And we have another question. And how specific should the needs of each challenge be addressed? Because our company uses a digital regulator system to regulate mobility in the city and connect small electric vehicles operators to the city. We feel we have the capacity to address all three as our service is data-driven.
If I should answer it, I think the more specific the better. But if someone who is more involved in the training and in the solution of the challenges maybe can confirm.
Yes, András, I would like to answer for this question.
Yeah, I can answer this question. Hello, everyone. First of all, yeah, as Paula mentioned, if it is more specific, it is better, and you can address the challenge itself more precisely. On the other hand, if your solution is so random that you can cover all the challenges, that it's also great to have these kind of options. So do not worry if you can cover all the three. It's absolutely a good advantage for you. But if don't, and only just focusing on one challenges, on one challenge, that's not a problem at all either. To answer when the program will start, it will be answered by Gabi later.
Yes, I can give you this data. So we prolonged the application, the registration period, so until 13th of September. And actually, we will have a kickoff of this program, which will start at 14th of September. So you still have time to actually apply for this or register for this program. So feel free to do that. We are really looking forward to your ideas and what you do as a startup.
And I will answer the question from Anne. The work will start on 14th of September, and basically the whole program is built up just like a miniature soft landing program for cities. The first is the entrepreneurial part, which is basically helping you to define more precisely your solution around the challenges. So it's basically a project-based learning period. On the second hand, the issues is always coming from that part that you have to adapt to the different cultural background in different cities, your solution. So basically, the second part will be the, we can say so, the UX workshop, when you can have some information on how you can be much more better to provide your solution towards to the end users, because it doesn't matter that you have a good solution or you are satisfied with it and also with the city itself, but people will use it, and in every city the people have different kind of approaches towards different kind of solutions. So this is the second part. The third part is when you have to fulfill the other part. You have to find how you can fit your solution and how you can shape together with the city itself. So regulative part, how you can understand this particular market, because the regulations and the legislative system is building up like that. There is a huge countrywide, and underneath there is some local regulations also, and you have to meet with those criteria. So this is the three part. And after when you finish and this whole three courses, and you finally basically mini soft landed your project, there will be a pitching event, and the best ones, I won't say any numbers because maybe all of you have the best solution, so we won't be able to choose, but the best ones will have the opportunity to run this pilot. The funding will coming from after this part. It's not a problem if you don't know right now how many challenges you can address. You don't need to address all these three challenges or two. You can address only one. But during the courses and the whole project, you will understand better what are the challenges and how you can have an influence on them. And it depending on you, yes, you can answer two challenges. It's absolutely depending on you. If you can convince us that it's great, then it's fine. Would the implication of local businesses be interesting for the city? If I'm understanding right your question, that from the beginning we involve some stakeholders from the city to understand better what kind of challenges they are facing with, and yeah, we really want to involve them during the project. And as we mentioned, there's a huge benefit for the applicants is that they will have some chance to get some market validation back and real market feedback. And this means also that if your solution is connected to some of the local stakeholders, then we will do our best to help you to work it through together when you at that stage in the project, in the program.
Okay, thank you. Thanks a lot. Thanks, Paul, for your presentation. Great at addressing challenges. My question is about, my name is Tro, I'm from Azerbaijan, that country which is not part of the EU, but I am currently, not currently, maybe from the next year with
we lost your voice.
Yes.
Hello.
Now it's
Is it
good.
clear?
Yes, now it's good. Thanks.
Okay, I'm from Azerbaijan, which is not part of the EU, like European members country, but from October I will be in Italy, so I hope it's eligible. But my question is about different. So me and one of my few friends have startup idea. We are working on it and developing our pitch deck about EV electric vehicle charging stations. Especially we focus in here in Baku. Baku is the capital of Azerbaijan, Baku city. But we are like interested in sustainable mobility as well, like charging stations, not just maybe electric vehicle, also could be scooters, which is getting popular here, like electric scooters or electric bikes. It's getting popular here in Baku. So I would like to know if like our ideas or in general our startups fits to that Ticer program, and are we eligible to apply to this program, because it's quite interesting. Would like to learn more about the startups.
Thanks for the questions and your introduction. Yeah, if you will be here in the EU and you don't have right now a company, and you will start to work and create your idea from scratch, and then you will develop everything here, and probably you will establish a company maybe within the EU, then it's absolutely fine, and you are more than welcome. You can participate in the program. The only, because here that you have to have some kind of solution for one of the challenges, and it cannot be, it's not necessarily a well-defined solution. Maybe you have just only some formulating ideas around it, how you can solve it. If you have something in your mind, apply, and we will see how you can fit into the program.
Yeah, sure. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Another question which says that the application is due August 31st and the program starts September 14th if selected. No, we prolonged the registration period until the 13th of September, and it's going to start on the 14th.
Yes, and just one more addition, that we will let you know from next week who gets into the program, and you have enough time to prepare for the first session on 14th of September.
Hear me?
Yes, now we can.
Okay, thank you. I was saying we filling out the first, on the Google Sheets where you put like the information of your company and the challenge that you are seeking to solve and what the solution is about. Is that the one that's due on the 31st or the one that you extended to the 13th? Because Andrea said that next week you let us know who is included in the program.
Yeah,
How do we...
yeah. First of all, that there is a two-step registration. The first is when you enter your interest on the Ticer.city webpage, and then you verify that you are a human being. Then you will receive an email from one of our colleagues. There is the form, which is the finalization of your registration, and you have to just give some short answers from your idea and which challenge you want to address, and so on and so on. And yes, this is the two-step. The deadline is considering both of the steps. So until the 30th of September, both of the steps is postponed. But who is already registered for the program and finalized the registration. So the second step was done by the team or the individual person. We already started the evaluation, and from next week we will let you know from those who already concluded the second step, so the form itself. We will let you know that whether you get into the program or not. So this is the rolling basis for how we will let you know who gets into the program.
Okay.
Was it clear, or?
Yes, that is clear, but I was just trying to understand how come you've extended it, but you're already selecting people. was a bit. I think that's where I got confused.
Okay.
Because if, for instance, certain people didn't apply because they're waiting for the extension until the 13th of September, but by next week you're already selecting people.
Yeah, because we already started.
Okay.
Because we have, if we start only just on the 30th, then we will need several more people who will help us to go through all the applications and everything else and let everybody know. But is it much? It is much easier for each of the parties who already registered. I can say so that as an early bird, because there are someone who already registered when we opened the whole call and program. We will start to let them know that who can be part of the program itself and not. So you will have some time for preparation, and we will give some other information how the program will look like, what is the exact timeline, and what you can expect. But if someone just missed, because in some countries in Europe, I know the August is the holiday season basically, so a lot of people are not really get some opportunity to go through all the emails when they get back, and not really focusing on their job right now. So if someone maybe just missed the information, they will have some time for preparation, but it's not a guarantee. We cannot guarantee that they will get into the program. We just can guarantee that their opportunity is still there. So this is the only thing behind that.
All right, thank you. Then you mentioned one more thing about short answers in the second step, the form, because
Yes.
our solution was quite detailed. We haven't submitted, we're just working on it. We're doing that tomorrow. It was like, I think, a page long. Should we keep it just very brief and maybe in the next step then we expand on it? Or
if you like to write a lot of things down and you think that it's help us to get a better understanding on your solution, then it's absolutely fine from our side. It's not a problem if you write it down, but I assume so there is some kind of character limitation. Please don't exceed that.
Okay.
Can our proposed solution for challenge 3 be offered to the municipality and not the citizens? Why I mentioned citizens in there is the only reason is because each of the innovations what you will create, it will be there will be a triangle. You can imagine a triangle, and on there is the innovator, you guys. There is the city, and there are the end users. And the user won't be the municipality itself. The municipality will be the the entity who will order or let you to work with them on the challenges. But the end users are always the citizens in most cases, or they can enjoy the benefits. If your solution is absolutely indirect and you are the citizens, it's not involved at all and they won't feel anything from it, then it's not a problem. Then you will work only with the municipality. But if your solution is basically something that it's involving the citizens itself, the citizens are not really, we can say so that in this region, it's not really open-minded. They tend not to change their habits, their customs, nothing. So because of that, you have to, if you want to lead a successful pilot, or you want to be in the lead of a successful company, you have to understand these kind of factors, and you have to adapt your solution towards that. If you miss that, then your solution will fail, and there won't be any impact after the deployment of it within the city. So these are the factors that we consider during creation of this program. You're welcome. Last question is cooperating with city public transportation entity and have any chance to work with Lime, because we mentioned that. As I mentioned that if your solution is related to any of the stakeholders who are already and present on the Sombathi's market, and it's somehow you need some kind of data or cooperation to solve one of the challenges, then you will have the chance to cooperate or start to work with them. But it's always, don't forget, it's always two-way lane, which means that if they are interested in you as well, then so there is a mutual acceptance from the parties, then you can work. But it should be absolutely related to their work, their and etc. So yeah, you will have the chance.
My boss doesn't understand me with the funding, because he was like, "What's in it for us?" And I said, "If selected, you said there's an opportunity. You can offer us funding, right? You can connect us for funding."
Yes.
Because he's mainly concerned about where will the money come from if we are to execute, the pilot.
Yes.
So I told him that, but he
yes,
said it was a
absolutely.
bit unclear.
No, it was absolutely the same what I mentioned. We really want to just to get a better understanding on this whole program, and I just realized that I forgot to turn on my camera and my mouse just resting on it, so I'm turning it right now. Sorry. So first of all, the whole program is basically designed from that idea that we have several years of supporting startups on the market, and we are working with energy and mobility sectors. And I will be quick and swift and short. So the main issue with these solution startups in the mobility sector, especially when they have to work with the city, that every city has a different landscape, different cultural background, different everything. They are facing with the same challenge, but an urban mobility related startup cannot scale like an energy sector one. Why? Because the energy sector is mostly a globally controlled market, and the urban mobility is not. So huge diversity is there. Because of that, we wanted to provide all the applicants some kind of soft landing opportunity, but not for an entire, so not for the entire Hungarian market. There are some similarities, so you can move around and cooperate with other cities here in Hungary. But mainly, what was the goal? That to help you to understand how it's work and how you can shape and get into those markets much more easier. And this is the crucial element. When you reach the status, when you comfortably can say and tell us that, hey guys, this solution is already can be a huge success for the for a pilot, or we are looking for some kind of investment to run our own business here, as because you are basically don't need the municipality itself because you are running a B2C company. Then from the program's beginning, we are involving several potential financial contributors who can provide investments, or they can provide different kind of project financing. And also there is an opportunity if your solution is so groundbreaking that the municipality itself will say so that, hey guys, deploy it and we will buy it as a product from you. These are also on the table. So this is the opportunity. When you reach the phase, when you can prove that you are really eligible, and we try to give the most data and the most information that we have and collected during this last 9 months. From the beginning, we started to work on this project. If you can do that, then there is this opportunity. So yeah, your understanding was right. This is mostly private money from the market that we can involve into this project at the end.
All right, thank you for that. But also then there is collaboration from the municipality for whoever is chosen. The local authorities are ready to collaborate with whoever is chosen.
Yeah,
it's not even just financial.
Adrian, who was in the call, she's from the municipality of Szombathely. So yeah, the city authority was here, and also we reached all these stakeholders from the beginning because we needed some data from them to identify the challenges of Samba test. So they will be also available during the program, and furthermore also as us. So if you need mentoring or you have any questions, you just reach us out and we will try to connect with the right personnel from the city itself or from the stakeholders, or if you need any business advice, just we will do it as together.
Okay, thank you so much for today. It was very informative. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I think we can wait a little bit, and if no one is going to write or raise up their hands, then I would like to thank you for your attention. And I hope. Thank you, Rosen. Thank you so much. And I would like to thank to Paula for the presentation, and your present, Andras and Adrian, for answering all the questions. And yes, if you have any question, then feel free to ask. And yes, the registration period is till 13th of September. Everyone is more than welcome. And yes, have a nice day. Thank you so much.